Good evening once again from the Bursa Hockey Stadium in Rarh. It's going to be match number 18 as we go pitch side now for the toss of the coin.
हेलो राउरकेला, हीरो हॉकी इंडिया लीग का जश्न पहुंच गया है मैच नंबर 18 पर, जहां आमने सामने होंगे श्राची रार बंगाल टाइगर्स एंड तमिलनाडु ड्रैगन्स। मेरे साथ है दोनों कैप्टन अमित रोहिदास एंड रुपिंदर पाल सिंह, एंड the umpires are ready for the toss. It's time to flip the coin. So Tamil Nadu Dragons have won the toss. What is your decision?
Ball.
You'll take the ball. All the best. Thank you. So Tamil Nadu Dragons have won the toss and they'll start to play.
The toss has been won by the Tamil Nadu Dragons and their captain Amit Rohidas, and they will start with the ball. So it's Rupinder Pal Singh's Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers taking on the Tamil Nadu Dragons in this match 18 of the Hero Hockey India League. It's the second games in round 5 of matches, as the table has been changing on a daily basis. As the umpires make their way out now, James Uncles of Australia, Shakil Ahmed of India, and Saurabh Rajput is the video umpire tonight. Our players coming out slightly slower. I think maybe they're getting a little bit weary after 18 days of matches without a rest, although they do get a rest every now and again. But they will take their place along the centre line. But the players go through the final handshakes. We're going to take a look at the team lineups and see how they're starting the games today. I can tell you Jamie Carr will be in goal for the Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers, which means we're going to have 2 Irish goalkeepers going head-to-head in this match. The midfield is going to be vital. Jaskaran Singh, Gautier Bakard and CB Puvana are going to have to link up with Abhishek, Sukhjit and Florent Van Abel if they're going to be successful tonight.
A quick look at the team for Dragons. Starting in the goal will be David Hart, Yip Hansen, Chandan Yadav, Anand Lakra, Amit Rohidas ring up the back, Tom Craig holding centre. But look out for Rahil coming off the bench. He missed his last 2 games because of injury.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5,
4, 3,
2,
1. Let's play.
So it is the Tamil Nadu Dragons that get us underway. Blake Govers pushing the ball out to the right-hand side. Now comes to one of the 2 men with a hat-trick in the tournament, Yip Janssen. Got a hat-trick in that game against Gonasika. Hat-tricks have been few and far between actually in the Hero Hockey India Leagues. Not too many of them when you look back over the years. Thrown to the air. Tim Cross is underneath it, brought it down well. Needed to. It's a good ball forward for Puvana. He bumped into Zwicker, kept possession though, goes back to Cross. Fed into the midfield, and that's where I think this game, it's going to be a really interesting tussle. Great pass forward though, chance to come forward to Jaskaran, feeds it wide, and Sukhjit, well, he managed to keep it in play somehow. It looked as if it was going to dribble over the baseline, loses out now, and the Dragons carry it out.
Sukhjit's first touch letting him down in the striking circle.
He's back into the defensive line again. Rupinder feeds it down the line to Cross. Good lead coming from Sukhjit. Sukhjit out wide. He's pulled away from the defender. There's a few appeals for something. That's a rather heavy touch from Puvana, edge of the circle. Down they go into the corner. Good work by Chandan Yadav.
Not sure what,
just having a word, with Sukhjit. Not sure what it was for though, like you. I was looking to try and see. Sean Finlay over the ball, the New Zealander. Finds Dokier. Dokier spins out of 1. Takes a tumble. Was he impeded? I'm not so sure he was.
He just lost his balance while spinning with the ball.
He needs to go to lessons with Angad Bir Singh, doesn't he? If you're going to do a spin, he's the man who can teach you.
And spin the other way too. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. He does it both.
Brought down in the midfield again. Getting plenty of touches earlier is Raheel. Nice work, Tom Craig now. In fact, it was Sorsby, my apologies.
Sorsby trying to make his way into the G, earning his team. Long corner.
Feeds it out wide now, Pardeep Moore. No one down the line, so he'll go backwards again. It's been missed though, and this may be an opportunity for the Dragons. Surging into the circle is Uttam in the middle, and he tried a shot.
Too narrow an angle. It was a loose ball, a mistrap.
That's brought down well this time by Dokia. Dokia needs to get the ball in 15 seconds. Jugraj had a quick glance at the scoreboard. Rupinder Pal, he may play that all the way through, but good defence top of the circle by Maritz Ludwig. Feeds it to Sorsby. Sorsby drills it forward, but it won't be any opportunity for the Dragons to score. The hooter goes. Colin Batch gathers his thoughts before he talks to his players, and the players make their way off the field to hear what the coaches have to say. David Hart hardly been troubled in that first 15 minutes. We look at the circle penetrations, 5 for the Dragons, 2 shots, as opposed to 2 and 1 for the Tigers. Score at the first break, Bengal Tigers 0, Tamil Nadu Dragons 0. Second quarter about to get underway. 0-0 in this match 18 between the Bengal Tigers and the Tamil Nadu Dragons. Of course, the Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers based in Kolkata. Tamil Nadu Dragons, their home is Chennai. And as you could see from those highlights, it was there's a little bit of spice in the game. Certainly now as we've entered round 5, all the teams are getting a little bit more desperate, a little bit more passionate, and it's really helping build the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, we saw that yesterday. Manpreet having a go, and a lot of players, really getting aggressive.
Sorsby throwing that one forward. Nice turn from Uttam inside the circle. Laid it back. It's gone in. Well, that is a very good touch coming in. And the goal opening the scoring for them is Karti again. Scored his first goal in the last game. He's got his second now. But more importantly, it's the first for the Dragons tonight.
Yet another accurate aerial ball brought down well. Karthi in the right position, playing it with a flick, unmarked, and making the best of it.
Jasjeet now for the Tigers, looks to fire it in. The ricochet is a good one to Jaskaran, but we're not playing the advantage. We're going to go back for the free hit on the edge of the circle. Played back, Jasjeet again, now lifts it out wide. That's brought down well by Pardeep Moore. Pardeep Moore angles it in. It took a touch off the defender. Hart saves unbelievably on the ground, although they're going to refer.
Pardeep Moore took his time when he received the aerial ball, and let's see what they're looking for.
Tigers are looking for a defensive foot inside the circle for a PC.
Okay, for defender's foot inside circle, so you're looking for a PC.
Well, Sam Lane was perfectly placed to see it. This might give us a better view. Into the pads. Tempted shot on the turn. Saved again by Hart. Played back into Hart, and that one is the one that catches the foot.
Maybe after David Hart cleared that ball, none of the angles really giving us a clear view of this.
I think the first angle was the best. That's the one. There you go.
There is no advice possible.
Okay.
Stick with your decision.
Okay. You'll keep the
Keep with the
referral.
referral.
I got the wrong foot there, guys. There you are. You got the wrong?
Yeah, pretty challenging referral. That was, I guess, under the circumstances, that was the best they could do.
I just needed a tighter shot, didn't it, really, just to see inside that little melee in front of David Hart. But a couple of good saves again by the big Irish goalkeeper. Ball comes wide again for Uttam. Jugraj trying to steal it off him. Uttam, great stick work. Jugraj, though, eventually gets the ball off him, and he goes on a little run up the side, feeds it infield.
Not sure that was the best choice of direction.
Tigers again, Hart saves, deflected away at the top of the circle, and then that just caught the body of Bokard.
The last 5 to 7 minutes has belonged to the Tigers. In a very aggressive mood. No touch on that, the ball was well laden. But David Hart up to the task.
And Amit Rohidis with a good pick-up as well after Hart's save. Janssen played on, but the ball was still rolling. I don't know what he's complaining about. Did not make any attempt to stop the ball to take the free hit then. And now it's been taken a good 10 metres further forward than where the offence occurred. Maybe that's why he did it. He's kept in play. Bursting down the side, wonderful tackle. Abhishek doing good work defensively. Fed into space, Wicker, full stretch. Just stealing that ball back for the Dragons. And again, this desperate defending on all levels.
I don't think the Dragons need to do this. The last minute and a half, they have been put under the hammer the last few minutes. They'll do well to try and just keep the ball and run this quarter down and reorganize themselves for the second half.
Heavy touch that time from Amit Rohidis. He did well to get to the second ball ahead of Sukhjit, and that's cut out brilliantly, and it's stolen brilliantly, so it was a slight mishap there for Yadav. Bursting now forward is Afan Youssef, pulls it back on the reverse, and the block came in from Amit Rohidis, so it's a long corner again to the Tigers.
Just thought it was poor choice of direction. He had passing options early on, but the Tigers are coming back.
Finlay into the circle, turns, Hart saves. Finlay brings it down as it went looping over his head. Now again, it's good save inside the circle from Chandan Yadav. Cross will play it in from the side. Self passes for the Tigers. Looks to go along the baseline, lifted it, but has got the free hit just outside the 5 metres. Finlay now, into the circle he goes, plays it towards Hart. It was a great save again, off his line, and that was belted towards him by Dokia.
Yeah, Hart read that very well, he saw it all along and batted it away, but the danger not over as yet for the Dragons.
Well, there goes the hooter for the end of the first half, and the Dragons, I think, will be very relieved to hear it, because they were under the cosh. David Hart with probably 5 or 6 really important saves in that quarter, and that's not in counting as well Chandan Yadav's a couple of saves inside the circle, and Amit Rohidis stepping in to make some telling tackles. That's how much pressure the Dragons were under in that second quarter. But the good news, if you're a Dragons fan, is they haven't conceded. Circle penetrations even, shots pretty much even, but it is the Dragons who have the lead. The score at half-time, Shrachi Rarh Bengal Tigers 0, Tamil Nadu Dragons 1. Bengal Tigers get the second half underway. And that Colin Batch, as we heard during the half-time break, wants them to continue where they left off, where they played very well in that second quarter. And he believes if they can continue in that way, they will get goals. Comes wide now to Hayden Belts. Jamie Carr, product of St Andrews College in Dublin. And there is a penalty corner now to the Tigers.
You don't want to concede a soft penalty corner like that. Playing it over the goal line intentionally, and that's why that's a penalty corner.
Goes to Lane. Lane flicks, it's a sharp save again. Rebounds come back to Lane, but are now a re-award going to the Tigers.
Off the goalkeeper. Oops, Janssen, that was nasty.
Good job he had the mask on. He's already taken a blow to the ribs as it comes to Lane again. Saved on the post, but it will be a stroke. So are we going to get our second penalty stroke scored?
To the fullback, onto his foot. He was claiming it was going out. His foot was out of the line, is what he's saying. Definitely not. That was going into the sideboard.
The whistle goes. Rupinder flicks. He's got the equaliser. And the Tigers are back on level terms.
How cool was that? Great deception on that. He put the goalkeeper to the right. David Hart committing to the right and just slotting to his left. You may not be able to see it from this angle, but I will tell you there was deception in that execution.
Trying to steal it back and eventually getting it is Jasjeet. So Rupinder Pal now up on 3 goals. As I said a few minutes ago, just confirmed on that tally there. Good run on the flank from Ludwig. Maurice Ludwig into the circle, to the baseline, pulls it back, it's going to go in. And it is Uttam that gets the goal. Well, it was really well played by Maurice Ludwig. Uttam was at the back post and he just pops the ball in. The Dragons have the lead again.
Ludwig in acres of space when he received that aerial ball. No one to close him down, just drove into the striking circle, looking up, scanning for his players, laying it across, and Uttam. He is a live wire in front of the goalkeeper, is he not, Ashley? And this is one of the ways you can get a goal across Jamie Carr, play it across him and have it deflected.
Abaran working hard in the forward line, comes back to Jasjeet, and here comes Abaran again. Just doing doggies across the field of play. Nice turn this time into the circle. Was there a foot just outside? And a penalty corner has been awarded by both umpires.
The ball played in, unable to trap that cleanly, finding the foot for the penalty corner.
So Jugraj again will line up at the first battery. Sam Lane is at the second. They go to Jugraj this time, straight into Amit Rohidis. So it will be another penalty corner. Great running though by the captain.
Jugraj with a flick and Amit Rohidis straight in the line of the drag flick.
It certainly looks like Amit was trying to stop that ball to the left of David Hart. I just wonder if Jugraj will try and go to the right this time. Straight into the keeper and a really good save again. This time it was Anand Lakra who cleared it, but it will be another penalty corner.
Let's see a variation from them.
I think that's all he can do, the height he is, stand tall. Jugraj flicks again, and it's gone out for a long corner.
Yeah, he has a lot of power on his execution, but saved yet again.
Amit Rohidis plays it out. Good turn from Govers, creates a bit of space for himself, but that's going to go straight back to the Tigers.
Over the goal post.
Now here's a chance for the Tigers to score. Into the circle, off the pads it goes to David Hart, and the rebound is going to be a penalty corner.
Dragon team asking for body play, can you check please?
So the penalty corner was awarded, but they're looking for a penalty stroke and claiming the defender played the body rather than the man.
If that's what they're looking for, I don't see any reason to award a penalty stroke for that. Absolutely no position to score a goal.
I have advice for you. It was an intentional foul by the defender against the attacker. So you can award a penalty stroke and Tigers keep their referee.
Okay, thank you.
Wow. So it is a penalty stroke. Touches the post, the crossbar. Crossbar again with both his mitt and his stick. Rupinder wipes the sweat from his brow. Whistle goes. And he does go wide this time. So David Hart gives a little Irish jig of celebration.
David Hart read it well, anticipated well, went to his left, had it covered if it was going in, but pushed wide by Rupinder.
Put down well in the midfield by Gowda. Ludwig, well, he's weaved his way past 3. Gave it to Sorsby. Sorsby accelerates away from 2. Stolen back by Abhishek, although he's going to get a card for that.
Yeah, Ludwig is so strong on the ball, just tends to bulldoze his way through.
Which is Tim Cross who's got the card for a challenge further back. Deflected towards goal. Off Rupinder Powell's stick, but there was no touch inside the circle from the Dragons. So it would have been a long corner. And there goes the end of the third quarter. Well, we've seen it come to life. Penalty stroke got the Tigers back on level terms through Rupinder Powell. But then a wonderful bit of play by Uttam. Well, Ludwig set him up, but Uttam scoring. And they got the lead back. 16 circle penetrations, 11 shots for the Tigers. But they cannot get on level terms. The score at the final break, Bengal Tigers 1, Tamil Nadu Dragons 2. The Dragons leading the Tigers by 2-1. Tigers having plenty of opportunities, wanting desperately to hang on to top spot on the league table. Jaskaran coming forward, he's dispossessed. And you just wonder, in this final quarter, pushing up so much, looking for that equaliser, will they get exposed at the back?
Yeah, that's a danger they will have to take, Ashley, if they want to come back into this game and end up on the winning side. They do run the risk of leaving their defense exposed if they come up in attack.
It's the fifth match for both teams, and as I said at the beginning, so far Tamil Nadu Dragons unbeaten in their games. So they've had a really good start. Finlay again now for the Tigers, put under pressure by Ephraim's. Has to go back to Jasjit. Pardeep Moore going to be closed out that time by Karti. Rupinder Powell. Tim Cross, first time. That's a good ball and a good lead again. Looking for the foot. Spin from Sukhjit. Still has possession. Desperately trying to get it off him is Yadav. Comes back to Cross. Tigers are going to start from the back again. Jasjit Singh Kula. Down the right-hand side it goes. And it's going to be a Dragons ball.
I just thought he would take the advantage there. Dragons had stolen the ball.
Just feel at the moment it's going to take something special from the Tigers to get that equaliser the second time. Ludwig cuts infield again. It's a good pass by him. Fed forward. The return pass. He gets a free hit. Top of the circle. Sorsby drops into that pocket. Lakra again. Ludwig's up the line. Amit now has dropped back over his own 23. Looking to be closed down by Abhishek. Plays it out wide onto the left. It's a mistrap. Picked up now by Lane. Lane going one way, then the other. And he's won the free hit just, I think it was just outside. Well, it's been taken inside the 23. Good pass to the baseline. Return back, but not the touch they needed.
Just a lifted ball inside the D. It was great.
Thrown down the line. That one's gone over the big man, Moritz Ludwig, so it must have been high. Jaskaran was so busy in the first quarter. It's been kept quiet. Well, that was a push in the back. There was no doubt Ludwig just leant into him and the hand was in the back. Yellow card. So he's 5 minutes on the side now. So Tigers have a player advantage for 5 of the next minutes.
You don't want to concede.
Patient inside the circle. Sorry, Sandeep, but it's a penalty corner.
You're just saying you don't want to be a man down in the last quarter, but that is what it is.
Lane is at the first battery, so too Jugraj. Goes back again, this time Pardeep Moore off the pads. It's gone wide. Jugraj thought he had it, but stolen away. Well, now it's going to be a free out to the Dragons, and once again, Hart has been the saviour.
They worked a variation, but I'm not sure they were clear on what they wanted to do. A slap shot straight into David Hart. He missed the kick, but nevertheless saved. But there's just a little bit of delay in execution of that ball.
Finlay doesn't know whether to go left or right, goes to Jugraj. Back to Finlay again. He's turned it over, there's trouble now. 3-on-1 at the moment. Defence coming back for the Tigers. It's a good ball played forward, but Finlay timed his run. Cut out the pass coming that time from Abharan. And here come the Tigers now. They've got numbers forward. Need a good ball into the circle, deflected into the pads by Florent Van Arable. Hart again, coming a long way off his line to close him down.
The Dragons had a chance to seal the game. Abharan's last pass didn't have enough power on that, but right now the Dragons throw the ball long.
And David Hart again, his positioning has been out of this world tonight. And the hooter goes, and the Tigers suffer a second consecutive defeat, while Ryan Van Eyck's Tamil Nadu Dragons remain undefeated in the Hero Hockey India League 2024-2025. Tough day at the office for the video umpire. Tough day at the office for the Bengal Tigers. David Hart just standing between them and a share of the spoils at least. But the amount of saves he made tonight was incredible. His positioning, Sandy, was superb.
Absolutely, Ashley. You hit the nail on the head. After considering they conceded 5 goals in the previous game against the Gonasikas, that defense was on top of the game, especially in the last quarter.
Look at that, 25 circle penetrations, 14 shots. Dragons only managing 8 but got 2 goals. The final score, Shrachi Bengal Tigers 1, Tamil Nadu Dragons 2.